the sources, the original sources, are the ones that gave us both results, the 170 and 179, and here they gave us 270 and 279 for the same station here. Look, this is Likodep 01, we have 270 and we have 79, while on this one we have 170 and we have 179. So we have simplified the whole thing for you. Instead of going through all those forms and checking what is inside, because you may not be able to tell, we have put a column called the processed comparison results. Here we have the view. So let's view what happened in Likoni. You can see the results are much clear, and again, with due respect to Honorable Wajakoya and Honorable Mwaure, we have omitted your results because there were no discrepancies. Even here, we noticed that there was no much discrepancy until we came to only one point here, that we have 270, 79. Then it changes to 170, 79. The two columns on this other end are the Bomas portal. And on these first lines are the server portals, the one that we have been saying open the servers. These are just the station streams, and these are the stations themselves. So if you're going through this, you will see the station stream, the votes obtained by Honorable Raila in the server, votes obtained by Honorable Ruto in the server, votes given to Honorable Raila in the IBC portal, and votes given to Honorable Ruto in the IBC portal. We say given because from the look of things, you can even tell from here that look at the flow of this data here, and then suddenly we have a 179 popping up when the whole values were just hundreds. It can tell you that there was some give and take happening here. So we see 100 and 100, and we can confirm from these two forms. So we are not here to just cook figures and give you, because we know the repercussion of doing that, especially to a nation as peaceful as Kenya.
Well, Mr. Barnabas has made it clear that these forms were downloaded from the IBC, and indeed he has challenged the IBC to come forth and prove that whatever he's trying to tell the public with this data is not authentic. The IBC has not done anything about this. They haven't denied or confirmed that what is contained in this data is indeed what it is in the servers of the IBC. And another comment that I want to quote, and I believe as I quote it here, it's a comment from one Cheriot Korir who says of what is being done here on this live stream, that these are the so-called educated fools. Indeed, it's never easy to be a fool, but it's always important to know that someone is a fool when you know you are not a fool. And I want to quote Clarence Thomas, who said, "Good manners will open doors that the best education cannot." So, Mr. Cheriot Arab Korir, you may learn from Clarence Thomas that good manners will open doors that the best education cannot. Well, as you wind up the show, I just want to say that indeed the information that has been shared on this show is what is contained on both the report that was brought forth to the Azimio leadership by the whistleblower who works in the IBC, and also what was displayed at the Bomas of Kenya portal. And quoting the evening chapters of the book by the former chief agent of the Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate, Mr. Saitabao Ole Kanchori, who said that all through at the Bomas of Kenya, when the results were being streamed live on the portal, Honorable Raila ODINGA was always ahead with over 50% of the votes cast that had been projected on the on the portal. Until that time, when the IBC chair decided that the streaming of the results on the portal should stop, public display of the results should stop, and indeed it stopped with his word, because being the presidential returning officer, he said he had the powers to make any decisions that he deemed was or were fit at that particular time. So Mr. Kanchori goes ahead to say that indeed the whole process was mismanaged by Mr. Wafula Chebukati. The whole process of streaming of results from polling stations into the Bomas auditorium was mismanaged by Mr. Wafula Chebukati. And I haven't seen anywhere Mr. Chebukati coming to refute this particular claim that Mr. Setaba Ole Kanchori has quoted in his book, Why Raila Odinga is Not the Fifth. Now, another thing that perhaps Kenya should know is that whatever is being presented in this live stream and has been presented in other forums that the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition leadership has been attending. The first one was at Ufungamano House along Mamlaka Road at the University of Nairobi, where Mr. Barnabas presented it to a pensive audience that had time to look at the figures and understood what was happening. Then the second one was at the public, the town hall meeting last week on Thursday at the Muranga SEK Diocese Mothers Union Hall, where he also did the same to the audience that had turned out for the meeting that was addressed by the principals of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition led by Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. This is what is contained in the server and the portal at the IBC as was displayed. And it's now, the onus is on the IBC to come forward and say, indeed, what you're doing is not correct. The figures you are presenting to the public are not right. They have not done so. And Mr. Bardamas, not once, not twice, has challenged the IBC to come and say, indeed, this is not, these are not our figures. They haven't done anything. Being considerate of others will take your children further in life than any college degree, Mariam Bright Elderman said. So whatever you do with this information is up to you. Take it, leave it. But indeed, it's just for Kenya to know what happened. Someone asked in the comments, what next? It is not us to decide what next. Neither it is you to decide what next. But what we need to do as a people who love our country, who want this generation and the generations to come, our lives, our future, and the future of our children's children to be good and under good governance in an open, transparent, and fair system of election. We need to fix what is used to deprive others of their victory and reward others who have it. I mean, those who have the means. You know what I mean? Of that victory. So basically, this show was just to show you exactly what Mr. Bardamas has been trying to explain to us after going through the data and analyzing critically so that you can